Hey everyone, it's Telor again. This week I'm going to be going over how many Marines can you fit on a submarine. So, in general, submarines don't have a lot of cargo space. There's either 2-mast or 3-mast submarines, and they have anywhere from 2 to 4 cargo. Now, most submarines are mercenary, and mercenary have no way of getting crew of other nationalities on there, and mercenaries have no Marines. So that really limits us down to some of the more unusual submarines. There's 2 American submarines, this pirate one, and 3 cursed submarines. Now, the cursed have lots of options for getting additional crew on there, but none of their submarines are really that great for getting what we need to on there. We also have American submarines, and they also have no way of getting crew of other nationalities on there. So, as you can see, I have set up right here the pirate submarine Coleoptera with Captain Mission, who's linked to the ship, so he doesn't take up space. And then we have Jonah, Crimson Angel, and Grim the Savage, who's a Marine. Now, we've already used up all of our cargo space, because we have 3 cargo space, plus 1 for the link, and 1, 2, 3, 4 crew. So even if we have the capability of adding more Marines, we don't have any way of getting more on there. So the Coleoptera is not actually the best option for this. And I know I said that the mercenaries have no way of getting crew of other nationalities on there. However, there is one special edition mercenary submarine. I think I said there were 3 cursed submarines. I think there's actually only 2. This one is mercenary. And the benefit that this one has is that crew of any nationality may use their abilities on this ship. So, if we start with this, it has 3 cargo, and we can throw in Thane Heartless, who is a very expensive reroller with expatriate. So for 5 points, you get a reroller on this ship. He's inconsequential, but you can get him on the ship. The first thing that we need to do is break the point limit. So Marines are often 6 points apiece, and with only 12 points, we're only going to be able to put 2 Marines on there. So now we can put crew of any nationality on the ship. We have Captain Charles Richard on here, who's a captain, which is helpful, but not necessary with Marines. And the biggest thing is that he lets us break the point limit of the ship. So with Captain Charles Richard on there, we can start putting Marines on. So the first Marine that we'll put on is not one that you would expect. And there's a specific reason that we're picking Benoit de Marsilles. So this Marine, you'll notice he's linked, and he is one of the few crew in the game that is linked to more than 1 crew. So he's linked to Don Rafael y de Teresa and Roderick the Pure. So we've used up 2 cargo spaces, and now we start throwing these other crew on there. What these crew do is really inconsequential. They're there just for the link. So there's Don Rafael. So we've now used 3 crew, and we have 4 cargo spaces. And now we've used 4 crew, and how many cargo spaces do we have? So this is where it gets a little bit confusing, and maybe there's some clarification, but we have 3 different crew, and each one links to another one. So Benoit de Marsilles links to Roderick the Pure. Roderick the Pure links to Don Rafael y de Teresa, and Don Rafael y de Teresa links to Benoit de Marsilles. They each pick a link. Each link gets you 1 cargo space. So in theory, having all 3 of these crew present on a ship should get you 3 cargo spaces. Now, it's not very well clarified in the rules. It says 1 crew gets 1 link. So 1 link per crew. So I'm linking Benoit de Marsilles to Roderick the Pure. I'm linking Roderick the Pure to Don Rafael y de Teresa. It's a different crew. It's a different link. And Don Rafael y de Teresa links to Benoit de Marsilles. That's also a different link. So between the 3 links, there's 3 crew. We net 0 cargo for these 3 crew, and we managed to get a Marine out of it. Now, there is one other set of crew that are multi-linking like this. And they're limited edition also from Barbary Coast set. And I don't have them, but there's 4 crew in that set. And they allow you to get 4 crew and potentially 4 cargo spacing using the same logic. So we'll put these crew underneath of it and just realize that this is net zero cargo on our ship. And we've definitely blown past the cargo limit, or the point limit of the ship, but we have Captain Charles Richard. And then we can put another Marine on there. So we have 1, 2, remember this is net zero, so we've used up 2 of our cargo spaces. And then finally we have a third one. It doesn't really matter which one, however there are a couple of Marines in Fire and Steel that won't really work here. They are cheaper at 5 points, however they have hostile France and hostile England respectively, and this set of crew right here has British, Spanish, and French crew all in one set. So that's what makes this link difficult to do is in order to even use all of their abilities, you do have to have the ability to use crew of any nationality. You also have to keep in mind that links can be used even if they can't use their abilities. So we could put all those crew on the same ship if there's enough points, and then we have no problem with being able to use all the cargo spaces. You just won't necessarily get all of their abilities. So with that, we now have 3 Marines on 1 submarine. That's a lot of Marines. And why would this be beneficial? Well, Marines can shoot from a submarine while it's submerged. So now you've ended up with 3 rank 2 cannons that can be shot while the ship is submerged. Is this ship going very fast? Not really. Remember, you can put on this extra reroller, which can be helpful for, well, not much. These crew don't allow you to get rerolls because they're independent from the ship itself. So we have a captain. That also is not relevant because you don't need a captain to be able to shoot your Marines after you move. They're given actions independent of the ship. We do have +1 to boarding rolls, but we won't be doing any boarding with the submarine. And if our crew do end up being attacked, we are able to flip them face down instead of losing them completely, which is great for protecting our Marines. They're the highest point cost, so if they do get removed from the ship or eliminated somehow, we are able to save them and reuse them later. So I hope that was informative, and hopefully we can figure out if having multiple crew links like that will allow you to boost your cargo levels to new limits. And if not, well, then that just means that you have 1 less Marine you can put on there, and 2 Marines is the maximum you can put on any sub. Now, there's a lot of subs that can handle just 2 Marines, but the key to remember is that you have to be able to have crew of any nationality and be able to break the point limit. Although with 2 Marines, if you can pick up 2 6-point or 6-point and a 5-point on a 12-point submarine, you're able to fit them on without breaking the point limit.